Hey Gemini, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings, seeing how everything is going for you. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that support. It really does help the channel grow, being such a small channel. Sorry, we haven't done some weekly readings for a couple of weeks. I have been on holiday, as I did sort of let everyone know before I went away. Hopefully, go back and check out the last week's all signs readings. I did upload a couple of all signs readings last week, so there is a few to have a look at there if you haven't seen those already. But today we do have the Spirit Animal Oracle. We also have the Modern lenormand, as well as the Romance Fairies Love Oracle. Okay, so getting sort of straight on into it for you, Gemini, seeing what's going on, seeing what you need to sort of be aware of at the current time. Okay, and now with the Spirit of the Animal Oracle here, any particular things that you maybe, come to mind for you when we do see your animal today for the week. Make sure you do take those on board. Trust your intuition when with those messages, as well as what we sort of see written in the cards there as well. Okay, Gemini, what's going on for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know right now? Ooh, that's interesting, because maybe that's why I felt the need to really push your intuition coming up here for you, because there is one card in this deck that doesn't actually have an animal on that. It does refer to the first animal that comes to your mind. All right, so if there is a specific animal that comes to your mind, if you were kind of, in the back of yourself there, hoping for a specific animal to be drawn for you, that's pretty much what this card is. This is the personal choice card. I will actually draw you another one so that we've got an actual animal for you, Gemini. Gemini, what's going on for Gemini? What does Gemini need to know right now? So we have the eagle for mastery. Okay, so very strong, powerful energy there, just with that eagle straight away. But that personal choice card, we do see, a forest, a snow-capped mountain here in the distance. But so it does say, close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. Okay, so, whatever animal sort of popped into your mind as soon as you sort of got the rough idea of an animal being brought up here, think about that animal a little bit, and what do you admire about that animal? What's some of the really positive qualities of that animal? Is it a predator or is it a prey animal? Is it a wild animal, or is it an animal that can be domesticated, tamed, I suppose? Is it an animal that maybe you don't even see in zoos? Maybe it's a very sort of endangered or possibly even extinct animal. I have had people, when we've drawn that card for them, I have had people say, a specific dinosaur has actually come to mind for some people as well. As well as ocean animals. This particular deck doesn't have very many ocean animals in it. So, if there is a specific ocean animal, I'm kind of picking up on an octopus here for you, Gemini, and it's kind of talking about multitasking and but that is linking in straight away with that eagle energy as well, because the eagle energy is mastery. Okay, so you can see that beautiful proud eagle as well. Of course, if you are American, that probably is going to have some extra layers of meaning for you there as well. But this talks about you being on a spiritual journey beyond the sky, letting go of your past and soaring, flying. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So I am really getting that mastery, that being able to take on anything, that you've got a lot more skill and capability than what you give yourself credit for here, Gemini. So, a very intuitive exercise for you there today, Gemini. But we'll have a look with the lenormand and see if, that wants to connect to that message for you, or if we're getting a sort of a separated message. Gemini, what's going on for Gemini? What does Gemini need to be aware of? Definitely getting that bird energy coming through. We have the stork has sort of flipped on out there for you. So that, another bird that we see. This one is a little bit, more of a land bird, although we do see storks flying as well. They're more of a connected to the sea, connected to the land more than what we see the eagle. The eagle does seem to be very connected to the sky and spirit. Very strongly there. But the stork really does get things stirred up for you. There is also something here with both of these birds are black and white birds. There's no sort of color. It's very black and white at the moment this week for you. I feel, Gemini, things are, either one or the other. There's sort of not as much different layers of complexity. It's very easy for you to sort of put things in one pile or the other pile. It's very yes or no. There's sort of no middle. There's no grey area, I suppose. There's no colour zone. It's very black and white. It just, for some reason, that is coming through as somehow important for you this week. But the stork really does, it stirs things up. It inspires change. It gets things moving. This is really the card of ideas, okay? And so for a lot of you, that's where you're mastering your skill, your abilities that you maybe even don't realize you have. You've got a lot of skill in, creating new ideas, coming up with brand new things. Stirring up brand new energy for yourself just by, trying something in a different way, trying out a new skill or something like that as well. Giving your imagination its turn, giving it your all as well. We have the bouquet here, the flowers coming through, which is a very giving energy here, Gemini. So you really are, giving into the winds of change and taking flight, really, really stirring things up so that you kind of, can take flight and, let go of the past and stirring up new ideas and new energy in your life here, giving your time, your love, your energy to those ideas and seeing where they take you. That idea may not work. That's fine. I've got other ideas in the back pocket here. We'll put those away and we'll try something else. So really being inspired this week to branch out, take new ideas and really give them your all and sort of see where they lead you, because the flowers does sort of talk about a lot of reward from doing so this week, from giving your all to the things you're undertaking this week. You will receive, like positive rewards from that sort of stuff as well. A lot of kindness. It's kind of like gifts as well. Some of you may actually be receiving gifts this week. I'm kind of picking up for someone, it may be like a delayed Christmas present or something along those lines, but giving a gift to yourself that and seeing some of your own gifts is a gift all in itself for you here, Gemini, that there may be a skill or something that you're becoming aware of that you have, and it's sort of coming through as it's a gift that, wow, I didn't know I had this gift kind of energy there. We do have the coffin coming through, which is a very transformative energy. It does show us that there is actually, some sort of important ending coming through this week for you, Gemini. I do feel as though this is something ending to do with your house. We have the house energy there as well. So with the house, it could talk about something that, because especially too with the stork on the board, I really do feel as though it's something to do with stability. That you maybe have become very comfortable in this specific spot in your life, and maybe you haven't moved very much, whether it be, your actual getting out of the house, or whether it be, it may not be specifically connected to your actual house. It may just be that energy of, stability. Everything has, you know what to expect when you wake up in the morning, and you know exactly what your day is going to bring. Everything is very stable energy. Whereas you here with that stork energy, you're trying to bring about a bit of change, and you're trying to actually stir things up and change the routines a little bit, have a little bit of instability occurring. So I do feel as though the stability in some sense is ending for you this week when it comes to the mundane, the stable stuff, the stuff that it's kind of like, I've become so secure in this routine that, and for some of you, it definitely is this place. Okay. I am picking up that there are some of you where there may be some sort of ending occurring with the actual physical home. All right. So, you may be deciding to sort of uproot your life and make a big change. Like, it might be a big change that you're stirring within yourself, that you've got this idea and you're going to give it your all. So you may sort of just it may feel like it's on a bit of a whim, but it's actually something that has been stirring within you for a little while, and you just haven't really consciously thought about it until this kind of week here. But for some of you, there is this big change coming through when it comes to your actual housing. And it may not be moving. It may be also, deciding to get a flatmate, deciding, there may be, for some of you, I'm picking up, it could also be with so much bird energy. It could also be, maybe one of your little birds is leaving the nest, that kind of thing, about to leave the nest. It's, we're getting close to the start of school type stuff as well. So it may be those sorts of changes that are occurring around the home as well, where, somebody's leaving the home for more extended periods of time, that sort of stuff. So like, somebody leaving to go to university or college, or somebody, even just starting school. So, a young child, you can kind of imagine a young child, they may be home, 24/7 with the parents, but then, they start school, and all of a sudden they're at school from 9 to 3, or whatever the hours are in your particular country. So it's a big change. So it is kind of like a big change in a small way for a lot of you. But it's just something just shaking up the things that you've kind of gotten used to that routine, and it's become a little bit mundane, day to day, that you're just so used to it, that you've become a little bit too comfortable. And so there is this change occurring this week where it's just time to make some sort of a fresh start here, a bit of a new beginning, because that coffin energy really does, not only do we see the ending, but we also see a brand new beginning as well. It's like a transformative kind of card here. So there's definitely some change being undertaken for you, especially with the home life, the family life, the actual housing, the stability kind of stuff, the routine, the mundane, the day to day. There is some changes happening here, some transformations. It's not necessarily, like I said, a huge change. It may just be more along the lines of, going from one thing to another, and it's just getting used to the difference, getting used to a new routine, that kind of thing. Okay, Gemini. So overall, I do feel as though it's pretty positive energy for you. It's just kind of, roll with the punches this week. I kind of feel I'm sort of seeing through the deck here that, things may sort of seem very, very sudden, and, these changes may be sort of feeling a little bit sudden. But, overall, it's taking a chance, high risk, high reward. Things are going to pay off for you, because we do see the flowers there. That is a super positive energy, and it does really shine out over the entire reading for you, where there is this sort of gift reward at the end of it all. It's sometimes we need to stir things up a little bit to move forward, so that's kind of what's going on for you this week, Gemini. Looking at love for our Geminis. What's going on for Gemini with love and romance? Love and romance for Gemini, please. Interesting. Firstly, we have the freedom card. So yeah, I do feel as though this is those changes around the home life, the stability. It's actually giving you this freedom to explore your love and romantic side a little bit more. And I do feel for some of you, it's freedom to explore your sexuality as well. It does actually say healthy space and room to breathe. I am seeing that for some of you, but I feel like for some of you that freedom in that sense, where it's been, a little bit of space from a partner, or a connection, or something like that, that's actually the past for those of you in relationships, that is actually, more past ending energy. It's like you've had that freedom from each other, and now you're having that freedom from this stability that you've been sort of getting a little bit stuck in the mundane, which is now allowing you a different kind of freedom, a freedom to actually, reconnect and explore the connection in a different kind of way. Because I am picking up here that it's kind of like a reconciliation energy, because we do see, I'm feeling that something has happened recently for a lot of you, whether it's this person that you're currently with, or this is another connection that it's picking up on, possibly from your past, because we do see the friend zoned card there, which does say a lack of passion in this companionship. So I do feel as though that's why there was some space, because there was just this lack, just you know you're both kind of just feeling like maybe we just need a little bit of space, but this week I feel like you're coming back together, and finding that freedom to actually explore how to fix that problem. I feel like that's what we're seeing this popping up for you, because this week is really about the forgiveness for that in the connection, and we're really sort of, some of you are really wanting to spice things up a little bit and trying, once again, stirring up some new ideas in the bedroom as well, and trying some new things in order to spice things back up, reconnect with your person here, because it kind of was getting a little bit dull and mundane, to the point where, is this really a romantic love thing, or is this just someone, that I live with, kind of thing? For those of you who are in, longer term relationships there, it has been a bit of a question for you lately, but it's kind of that energy of, sometimes distance makes the heart grow fonder. And I feel like that's something that's happened here for you, Gemini, that a little bit of distance between you and your partner is actually bringing you now back together, where you're wanting that freedom to be together and, explore each other a little bit more, reconnect a little bit more. We do have that forgiveness card as well, that does say, allow healing waters to wash away the pain of the past. So especially for those of you who are in a current connection here, we are seeing that, whatever's been going on, the lack of passion in the connection is now sort of being reconciled, and we're trying to find that spice, that spark with our person again. For those of you who are single, that freedom is now sort of, it's a similar energy for you, but it's not with a specific person. It's kind of with you trying to find that spice, that spark, just for love again, just for the sexy times again, forgiveness for yourself for needing that space from love and from connection, and maybe there has been an issue in the past where you did sort of get friend zoned, or you did friend zone some options, and now you're sort of coming in going, okay, well, I have sort of only been focusing on friendships for a while now. Maybe a time for me to start thinking about the actual love and romance side of things, and forgiveness for the past, and allow myself to sort of move forward when it comes to love and romance. Okay, so that's what we have for you today, Gemini. You are more than welcome to check your other placements. Of course, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all again soon.